right here in front of me used to be an opening that went from the bridge that crossed over from the Bundesbank here in Frankfurt, Germany. And there were some stairs right behind this gate right here. That's actually a door. And that would lead up some stairs that went onto the Frankfurt Eagles compound to get to the dorm and, of course, to the field as well as to the high school. Now, this area here is a playground. And they put a fence up not long ago. For the playground. But right out here is where the Autobahn is. And right up there in this area about right here is, right behind this area is where the Bundesbank is. This is the Autobahn that is the approach coming in from Rodelheim and Eschborn. Over here on this side of the bridge is the approach that takes you down Mikwell Atticus Alley, and right up here on the right hand side is where the Abrams building concern was and Frankfurt American High School Eagles. This is looking the other direction for the Autobahn that would take you out towards Rodelheim and also Eschborn, Höchst, and on to Wiesbaden, as well as you can make a right there and go to Platen Housing area. Right up there is where Heikog is the back of a housing area that used to be used by American forces called Heikog. This park is really lush with greenery. You know, it's pretty humid today, and that's probably one of the reasons why the trees look so green and the grass looks so green, because of the humidity. But this park is very well taken care of and always overlooked by the Telekom Europa Tower every day, all day, as far back as I can remember. And I can remember that this park used to have a geyser coming out of it. This is a back shot. The bridge is right up there. This is kind of looking a little bit like the Florida Everglades. But it's really quiet out here.
I'm just a bit surprised that it's so quiet because it's such a lovely day and such a nice park and a great location. So I would think there'll be a bit more people here, but maybe not. Hey guy, hey. But maybe not because it's at the Bundesbank. This is the federal bank, one of the areas here in Germany. Wow, that duck is looking for beef. Down here is an area to sit and an entranceway up there where those people are walking. Very well taken care of out here. This area is an area where many Americans that used to go to the Abrams building compound used to go to the high school. This is the area they used to walk by all the time. So perhaps many people have some fond memories from this park, because I certainly have a lot of good memories from walking through this park during the old days as well as the new days, because sometimes I come down here and enjoy the scenery on my bicycle. I see that the water is getting a lot of algae in it. Looks kind of cool though with that green. Used to be a lot clearer than that. And of course we have the Daffy Duckies down here. This park is pretty famous for having a lot of ducks. They're very confident down here that no one's gonna bother them. As they should be, even though I see him looking. Not sure what type of bird this guy is. It's a back shot to the bridge. Very, very lush greenery out here. And the air is pretty nice as well, except for the humidity. I think the humidity today was around 90%. Walking the path that many, many Americans have traveled over here in Frankfurt, Germany, as they go back and forth to the Abrams compound, as they go back and forth to the PX Mikwo-Adigas Ali area, as they go back and forth to the Grunberg Park. This area holds a lot of meaning for people. This street here goes on up past the former Heikog housing area. And then a little bit further up, you'll be at Dornbusch, which was a street that connected directly to the Frankfurt PX. This was a stairway that led to the Platen housing area, the backside of Platen housing area. Yeah, over here is a shot towards where we were standing, coming out of the Bundesbank Park. But for 5 days a week, for about 9.5 months, people came back and forth this way. Frankfurt Eagles came back and forth this way. Frankfurt Milcom personnel came back and forth this way. And here's what it looks like today. Still have the foosball soccer fields out here. This is a back shot to the gate that we just came in through. And in the distance there is the backside of Platen Housing area. And for those that know Platen Housing area, it was a housing area that had two different sides. The Plottin housing area was huge. Inside here in the Platen housing area, it pretty much looks the same as I can remember even a bit over 20 years ago. Because again, I come over here to these areas every now and then riding around. And in the distance there is the Bundesbank. But I come over here riding around and I've looked at these buildings and they still look pretty much like they did when the forces here, the US forces, drew down in around 2005. That's when Rhein-Main Air Base left. And as far as the different bases here, they left in the late 90s or the early 2000s. This whole area is pretty well taken care of, just like if there was military families living here under military cleaning rules. Yeah, had a lot of friends over here. Right here is a back shot towards Platen housing area to the street that you would use coming to the back part and heading on out towards the bridge. I'm standing right now underneath the bridge. Many youths used to come here and skateboard and do different things on bikes and stuff like that. Right down here is where the entranceway is to the Europa Tower. Right over there, right here, is the entranceway to go back towards the Bundesbank Park. So, let's take the route back. And once again, here's a back shot for you. Right across the street over there is where we were. Man, look how lush and green and pretty. Back up the hill, and I definitely need a nice walk up the hill. Right up ahead is the Bundesbank Park, but here on the right, I want to show you something. Right over here, check this out, this bridge. This is a bridge that connects to the Bundesbank Park, and this bridge leads over to the area, the back area called Genheim, and that's where the Bundesbank Park is located, in Genheim, and so was Platen housing area. Right here is the building for the Telekom Europa Tower offices. The The Europa Term was finished in 1976 in its construction, and it used to be a restaurant and a survey area for people to go up and to survey Frankfurt from, but they closed that at around 2000. Thank you for joining me for this retroactive look back in time. Take care.